Wubba lubba dub dub motherfuckers. What is going on, everyone? It is I. It is everyone's favorite jack of all trades with a foul mouth, come to urban. And welcome back to another awesome fucking video, guys. I greatly do appreciate it before I do dive in this bitch. Make a special shout out to all of you guys, my viewers, my subscribers, for sticking around watching this shit. The reason why I fucking do it's for all you guys. So yeah. And anyway, today, as you can see, we have the lovely New Jersey herself as depicted in Azure Lane. Which means, that's right guys, we are going to be working on the 1/350th scale model of the USS New Jersey, Tamiya models, with upgrades set by Pontos. And this is going to be part 1 of the build. Now, a lot has been done, but it doesn't look like it. And basically what we're doing today is we have went through all of the parts. We have cleaned them all up. We have removed the excess plastic and other bullshit, and started doing little bits and bits of work to prepare for what's going to be happening next. So the first thing that I did was, after I had gotten everything out of the bags and shit, after I did my build introduction, I took all these sprues and parts and put them into a big giant plastic container full of hot ass soapy water and shit like that. And the reason why I fucking did that, to give it a hot fucking bath, is to get rid of all the chemicals and other shit that be on the plastic that they use to release the plastic out of the molds during the fucking injection period. And that's what I did. I found a container that was big enough to even submerge this big ass hull in. I stuck everything in that big tub, let it soak for about half hour or so, dumped it out, put in hot clean water in there, let it all sit, dumped it out, took all the parts, shook them dry, put them all on the kitchen counter. My mom was pretty pissed. I told her, I said, it ain't gonna be there long, just long enough for all the shit to dry. It took about 2-3 hours to dry, and everything was fine. So the first thing I did was I basically went through all of the sprues, and I checked them for excess plastic or flash. And for the most part, there really wasn't much flash on anything, except there was some flash on these, a little bit. There was a little bit of flashing around on this piece and those two pieces, and there was a little bit of flash, I believe, on that piece and on those boats. Other than that, everything was all the propellers. The propellers had a little tiny bit of flash on them, but not much. So it was pretty good. And then I took the deck pieces, clipped the little nubs off where they were molded, and I took my knife and scraped it smooth. So there's the bow deck. That's pretty huge. Very long pointy nose. Okay, so I did that. I cleaned up the stern, and it had injection points, injection pins on the side, cut them off, sanded them fucking smooth down and shit. Cleaned all that crap off, as well as the midsection piece. This is the second biggest fucking piece of plastic in the whole kit, but it had injection point there and an injection point there. I clipped those bastards off, sanded it smooth. And something else I was working on too was I opened up the hose pipes on the deck. I opened those up, took a drill, drilled holes down in there, and then I took a bigger drill bit and I just kind of rimmed it through a little bit and kind of sanded it to open that up. Because on the Ponto's instructions, all this shit here and everything, basically all up here, all this gets fucking removed, and a metal deck goes down on the nose. These get removed, this breakwater gets removed, bollards and bits get removed and shit. So, you know, those things will get removed and all that shit. But, and I also took a drill bit and I opened up the portholes that were on the kit. So like right there were some portholes there. I opened them up. There's portholes on that piece, portholes on that piece, and then, you know, just a few portholes here and there. There was one porthole there. You know, of course there's a lot more portholes than that, because when you add the Pontos pieces onto the main deck area there'll be more portholes, and then I'll drill them out as I get them done, but that's gonna be a much fucking later on video. But a lot of crap. Oh, there was flash actually on these things here too, and I cleaned those up. So get all those moved. Let's go on to the big thing, the fucking hull. And just by looking at the size of this son of a bitch, New Jersey's going to be a big girl indeed. Fucking big girl. So there was some flashing actually on the top part of the hull, and especially around the openings of the stern, because when you fit those in there, the deck, it fits in there pretty fucking flush. There's the stern deck. See, goes in there pretty good, but then you got these areas and stuff, there's gaps and shit. That's where the putty's going to come involved at. Put putty and stuff in there and smooth all that shit out, and it won't look like that. So anyway, take that piece out. So what I did is I took all the excess plastic and flashing around these areas with the gun tubs going, running on the stern, cut that shit off. There was some excess plastic in this area here, cut it off. And then I flipped over the underside. There was this horrible seam line that ran. Actually, that seam line literally ran from the nose of the ship all the way to here. And that line went like that. And it met up again here. And it ran to the very ass end of the ship. Well, I took a knife and I easily scraped that seam down to where it was smooth. And there was an injection point here, and there was an injection point here. Took my sprue cutters, cut those little bastards off. Got that smoothed down nice and smooth. And like I said, I took my knife and just ran it real easily like that. And I ran it real easily here and got to here again and ran it real easy here. Took a nice light sanding sponge, sanded this down smooth where there was no seam. Did the same thing with her bulbous 4-foot, and took that sanding sponge and just ran over this area here. The same goes for the stern. I did that as well, and also in the instructions, since we're talking about the instructions, it actually tells us to drill 2 holes so we can install parts B22, which are the twin rudders, and also the 2 5-blade propellers. There was no mounting brackets for them because those propellers have openings in the backside like these do, but there was no opening in the hull. So on the stern, I drilled 2 holes so I can have little studs in there to hold the propellers in place. So there's a chemical and a fucking mechanical bond as well. And also inside this area here, which is called the cathedral, I'm going to have to do some custom scratch work because on the real ship, the keel, the main spine of the ship ran from about right here, where it connected to the forefoot of the ship, and it ran all the way down the center of the spine until a certain point somewhere here, and it tapered off into like a tapered shape here. So it kept running like this, so it's level with these skegs, but it's like this, and it was tapered at the end. And the only reason why I know that is because of the dry dock videos in New Jersey, the videos of New Jersey and the dry dock from the Battleship New Jersey Memorial Museum. And there's also these two big openings, like these box-like openings inside the cathedral area here and here, at which they plated over, but I'm going to add those there too. And I would also like to add the other openings on the bottom of the ship. So if anybody knows where I can find a detailed set of plans for the bottom and the sides of the New Jersey's hull that shows me the openings as well as the hull plates, that's something else I need to do too, is get a scribing tool, and I want to scribe all the hull plates on here lightly. I want to fucking lightly scribe the hull plates and shit. So to get them on there. And there's also some other hull plates there on the top here too, like there's like, I don't know how to explain it, but if I had a picture though, you know, actually I do. It's kind of hard to see, but there's these little hull plates up here in this area here, if I could fucking find it. If I could find it there at the ship, the midsection of the ship. They're kind of in this area here. It's kind of hard to see them, but they're there. But I like to have a, yeah, you can kind of see them in this picture here, but I want to add those on there too, as well as the different discharges. There's other discharges in the hull that have to be added too, that are above the water line. You can clearly see them in the picture there, so I gotta map all those out. But yeah, the hull's gonna take some time to work on, because I gotta do that, and also gotta add the twin docking keels, which are basically where the skegs are, but they're twin docking keels that run parallel with the main keel. So you have your main keel, and then your docking keels, and then your bilge keels. I already went ahead and scribed around the bilge keels to make it look like it was attached to the hull. See? The bilge keels are already scribed. I scribed around the bilge keels, so it looks like those were actually attached to the hull, because the bilge keels were separately riveted to the hull of the ship. So that's pretty much the work I've been doing on the model so far in part 1. I've done, like I said, my work to the ship. Oh, and I also opened up the hose pipes in the bow. I opened them up too, because might as well. So there you go, that is that. So I don't know, I'm hoping maybe part 2 for the build, guys. I will remove all the plastic shit off the parts I don't need to incorporate the Pontos upgrade parts. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back with you. If you're new to the channel, like shit I fucking do, hit the fucking subscribe button, hit the damn notification bell. Never miss a video from yours truly ever again. Until next time, this is Commander Urban saying have smooth seas and clear skies. Happy sailing with you. God bless you all. Take care. Stay safe. Be yourselves. Jesus and the good Lord love y'all very much. Until next time around, I'll catch you on warm trade. When the hell anyone knows. And anchors away, motherfuckers. Yeah.